What's up, everybody? Welcome to Moose Milk Podcast, episode 52. 52. We finally made it to 52. We're basically a year in. I'll be your host, Ryan. Waiting for Matt to join us. I apologize. I woke up very congested this week, so my voice may not sound as normally obnoxious as it normally does. But powering through. Try not to miss an episode. Here's Matt. Look at Matt. He's gone listening. He's back. There he is. It's Matt.
Hi.
What's up, buddy?
It's cold. It's like so fucking cold here.
Really?
It's like negative. It's like in the negatives, which is like not normal for us.
Oh, what's in the negatives? Oh.
I feel like I'm in Windsor. Honestly, that's what it feels like.
Negatives for 3 months here, buddy.
I know. Well, we don't get this, so it's not fun. So, but it's like this morning I woke up and there was like 2 feet of snow on the ground, and I'm like, fuck this, man. It's like,
really?
There's a lot. Like, it's still on there right now. So like normally when we get so like for work, my main supplier canceled like the majority of our store's deliveries today because like the roads are just like, it's crazy. I think we got I can't remember exactly what it was, but it's a lot, man. Like, yeah. And it's weird because normally we don't get snow and then it stays. It's like it snows in the morning and then like it's gone by the time it's like dinner time, right? We've had it on the ground now for like 3 or 4 days. Well, I guess technically since Christmas Eve, so it's been almost a week. Yeah, it's annoying.
Businessman B in the chat. What's up, man?
Hey, man. What's going on?
Yeah, we got no snow here at all, but it's been up and down in temperature. It gets cold at night, but
yeah,
during the day it's like 4 or 5 degrees. But
yeah, that's nice. That's what we usually have. We don't usually have this, so.
But we haven't had any. We snowed here like briefly on like I don't know Tuesday maybe for a bit, but that's about it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. You guys like have our winters now, and we're starting to get yours. It's fucking the worst.
Yeah, give it like 5 more years, and we'll basically be the Florida of Canada, so it won't matter. Because the real Florida will be underwater, and it'll be like 90 degrees here, so it'll be perfect.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, half the people in the world will be dead, but at least we'll be warm.
Oh, shit.
That's some black humor for end year 2021.
That's right. Some dark shit.
Well, I mean, COVID's everywhere. Fucking the world's flooding. I mean, what do you want me to do? Bring on. I hope we get aliens or something. You know. Oh, look at that.
Aliens.
I'm trying to kill this cold I have with alcohol. So
nice.
I want to make it uninhabitable my body for any germs. So
you're just gonna ruin it.
Yeah, I might start doing meth tomorrow. We'll see.
Sounds like a good time.
Yeah. How was your week other than that? You got a nice Christmas?
Yeah, it was good. It was chill. It was nice and chill, which I like.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we just the 4 of us, so me and Kate, and then her parents, and then the 3 dogs, and yeah, the dogs love the snow. They don't really get that, so
yeah.
Kate said she woke up this morning and took Homer outside, and he just like ran into like this big pile of snow that was like bigger than he was.
Yeah, my dog does the same thing. He hates being wet, but for some reason in the snow he doesn't care, and he'll just like jump into it.
That's crazy, yeah.
I don't think he realizes that after he jumps into it, he's going to be soaked, but...
Yes, doesn't get it right away. It's weird because the snow here is like really light. Like this morning when I woke up, like my whole balcony was like covered in snow. Even the parts that usually don't get anything because it's like towards the door, but like all the way up to the door we got snow.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts. So this is the first time.
Blowing a lot, that's why.
Yeah, well we're high up too, right? Like we're higher in the mountains, so yeah. But the view from my balcony right now is just like beautiful because it's all like snow covered mountains. It's really pretty.
I won't even be able to step out on your balcony when I go there. So
It's only 5 stories. This one's not that bad. It's not like the last one.
I don't know if I can do 5.
You were at my place where we lived on the 11th, weren't you? Or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't think I went on the balcony. I think I sat inside while you were on the balcony.
I do remember you not enjoying the balcony.
Yeah. I don't like heights. I can't do it anymore.
I don't like heights. How was your Christmas?
That is Christmas. I mean, I'm not a big fan, so
yeah, I know.
It was nice to see my nephew open a bunch of presents and get pretty stoked for Christmas. That part's cool, but
nice.
Other than that, I don't know. Typical Christmas. Hung out with the family for a bit, had some dinner, came home, slept 15 hours.
Standard.
I was so tired. I don't know what. Maybe I was because I got this cold coming on. I don't know if my body was just like, you need sleep or what, but I slept like 26 hours in 2 days. So
damn, I got caught up on sleep when I was at the in-laws house because I was there for like 4 days. So it's like, I think one day I slept until like 11:30 or something.
That's weird for you.
But like, I stay up until like 3, right?
No, you normally sleep like 2.5 minutes a night, and I'm like, I don't know how this kid functions. Like, I don't get 7 hours. I'm like a fucking mutant.
I always aim for 6 hours a night, and then like I usually end up actually getting probably like 5 hours of sleep. By the time I like actually get to bed and fall asleep, I usually probably get 5 hours or 5.5 maybe.
Yeah.
So
you doing anything for New Year's, or are you just chilling at home?
I don't really give a shit. And it's like I don't really
care about New Year's either.
I'm going back to my in-laws tomorrow, so I came home so Kate stayed, and then
nice.
I came home Monday, and then I'm going back tomorrow, and I'm going to leave Sunday afternoon to come home, and I think Kate's staying another week. I think.
Oh wow. Just
because she can work from like remotely, and she's been writing a book, and like she just got it back from her. She actually paid to like get an editor to look at it.
Oh wow.
So yeah, it was pretty expensive, but like she's invested all this time into it, and she's like, I really want to. Yeah, so I think she kind of just wants some like uninterrupted time to just like work on that, and like she can do that there. Like if her parents become too much of a like distraction, she can just go into one of the rooms upstairs, and like no one will bug her. And
yeah, that's cool, man.
So
I didn't know she was writing a book. That's awesome.
Yeah. You want to read it?
100%.
Oh, there you go. She's
is it fiction or?
Yeah, it's like what do they call it? Where like people like from a not their world get pulled into like a fantasy world kind of thing. It's something like that. It's kind of like a retelling of Cinderella. So
I'll read it.
I'll let her know, because I think she's looking for people to like read it now and give honest opinions. I think because she's obviously she wants to publish it, right? But
that's dope, man. That takes a lot of talent. So
yeah, it's crazy how much. It's crazy. She's crazy.
Yeah,
she's a good writer. But I think the thing that sucks for her is like I'm a weak reader. Like I'm not. Like it takes like I have to read something like 6 times before like it's in my mind. Like
you? No, not you.
Yeah, me. Like it sucks. It's like even if I get like a wordy email, I'm like I need to like sit and read this like a few times just to make sure I don't miss anything.
I've known you for 20 years, dude. I know how you are.
Yeah, it's not me. I'm just not good with written instruction. I'm bad at it.
No, that's why you have 15 alarms that go off every time you're at my house, because you have to remember to do something and you won't remember it.
This guy knows. So yeah, what do you do? Are you gonna you were talking about?
Well, I was gonna hang out with some friends, but now that I'm all stuffed up and I just can't chance spreading COVID, so I'm probably just gonna end up staying home. I mean, I don't think I have COVID, but they just announced today that Ontario is not supplementing tests anymore. So basically, you're on your own. If you want to get tested, you have to pay for it privately.
That sucks.
It's just a clusterfuck in Ontario. Our government's a fucking clown show. So
sorry to hear that.
Yeah. So I don't know. If I feel up to it tomorrow, I'll definitely hang out with a few friends, play some video games or something chill like that, have a few drinks. But otherwise, it'll probably be just a chill night in, play some video games myself, maybe order a pizza. Nothing crazy.
Do some Legos.
Yeah. I gotta get back to doing Legos. This holiday, fuck, man. It's just
I get
work's
that.
been a nightmare. I just haven't had the energy.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. This week, I was like, I had like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, like entirely to myself, right? So like, no, and I didn't have to work. I worked a few hours Tuesday morning, and then I worked like all day today. I did like a full day today.
Yeah.
But like, I just like banged out customs. Like I finished this little dude.
Yeah, man, he's looking good, man. I saw some of your like preview posts as you were working with him, and he looks awesome, man.
Yeah, he turned out real sweet. So I'm excited.
The paint job on it's really cool.
Yeah, I ended up having to repaint him because I wasn't happy with it once I had finished it, but whatever.
I dig it.
And then I'm working on this Jedi Deadpool right now, which I'm just about to finish putting back together, but
right on.
So yeah, that should be pretty fun.
That's cool.
He's got some magnetic lightsabers, which is kind of cool. It's like, where are the little thingies? So yeah, I got.
Oh, that's really cool, man.
And then if you like take that off, you can hang it on the belt.
Nice.
So yeah.
That's
cool.
dope.
Mm-hmm.
Look at you getting all fucking, I don't know what the right word is, technologically
technical.
impressive.
Love me some magnets, boy.
Yeah.
So did you have time to watch anything this week?
I watched Die Hard on Christmas. I watched the new Matrix movie.
Oh yeah, we should talk about that real quick.
I don't know. I mean, I'm a really big first Matrix fan. I think the sequels are meh.
Have we talked about this yet?
No, I hadn't seen it last week. I watched it on Friday after the episode. I don't know. The new Matrix is fine. It's not terrible. It's not like the worst movie I've seen this year. I mean, that would go probably to Venom 2. It's fine. It's a Matrix movie. It's not the best Matrix movie. It's probably the worst Matrix movie, but it has some fun scenes. It has some cool ideas, but it's not great by any means. I wouldn't go watch it again. Put it that way. It's too long. Doesn't have enough going on for me to recommend going to see it a second or third time. But I mean, if you're a big Matrix fan, yeah, check it out. But I didn't love it.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of heard mixed things. I heard some people say they liked it, but could understand why a lot of people didn't like it, and like So as a non-Matrix fan, like, because I think last year I watched Matrix for the first time in like since they came out, maybe, or something like that. Like it'd been forever. And like I remember really liking the first one, and then the second one kind of lost me, and the third one I was like, what the fuck am I watching?
Yeah, I mean, I think the hype behind the first movie really got them carried away with the second and third movie. I think they tried to make it, I don't know, way too long, way too philosophical. I mean, the philosophy of the Matrix is cool, but it gets very convoluted in the second and third movie, and I think a lot of people going into it just wanted a solid action film, and they got, a lot of dialogue and a lot of philosophy, and
like a lot of story.
And yeah, there's like a 30-minute fucking rave scene in the second movie, and it's just like, this all could be cut. Like none of this is important to the film. So they're all too long. The new one's the same problem. I would cut 45 minutes out of the movie. Like it's just way too long, but it's fine. If you like Matrix, check it out. If you don't, I wouldn't recommend it. I don't know. I can't think of anything else I really watched. I watched a few Netflix documentaries, nothing too crazy. And played a lot of video games this week.
Nice.
So that's about it.
That's cool.
And then Boba Fett, obviously. But
Boba Fett, that was a good one. I watched that also. What else did I watch this week? I rewatched the original Star Wars trilogy the other day while I was customizing. I just put it on at the beginning of the day and kind of rode it through the whole day. And what else did I watch? I feel like there was something memorable I watched, but I can't remember right now. But it wasn't, everything was like background, because honestly, like I just like worked this week. All I did was work. And then the only time I like stopped to watch TV was Book of Boba when it came out, and then again like a couple hours ago. So
yeah, I feel the same way. It wasn't a week where I could really sit down and watch something for some reason. I wasn't in the mood, so
Yeah.
I did a lot of gaming. I'm replaying Dead Space right now, and I don't know, I got carried away with it. It's like a 12-year-old game, but I'm just like, yeah, I don't know. I was just in the mood for something horror themed where I could just shoot some shit, and it's a good game. So, but
I did watch Die Hard on Boxing Day.
So good
with my father-in-law. Yeah.
How the fuck does that movie hold up so well, being so old?
I did watch something else. Have you seen Don't Look Up?
No, I haven't watched it yet. Is it good? Yeah.
Really good.
I added it to my list. I just haven't watched it yet.
It's really good.
It's like 2.5 hours long. I was like, God damn it.
Strongly recommend it. I've heard some people say, like, oh, it's kind of like a subtle jab at, like, what is currently happening with, like, climate change. And I'm just like, subtle? Like, it's like, it's ridiculous. And it's, like, great. It's so good, man. And honestly, it's got a great cast. And it's great.
The cast is, what, Jennifer Lawrence,
Leonardo DiCaprio, Jonah Hill.
As soon as I saw Leo in it, I was like, it's gonna be decent because he only does movies he really likes the script for. So
it's definitely a social commentary, but it's like it's great. It literally is the United States right now. Like it's great. It's really, really good.
Yeah, I just saw the runtime on it, and I was like, God damn it! Why does it have to be 2.5 hours long? But if I don't go out tomorrow, maybe I'll watch it tomorrow. It's gonna be
there is some stuffing in it. Like there's some parts where it definitely slows down for sure.
Yeah.
It's not a perfect movie by any account, but it's definitely worth a watch. I feel like you'll like it. It's good.
I think I will. I love Leonardo DiCaprio. I'll watch Leo in anything. And
yeah, I think Kate Blanchett's in it too. I think.
Yeah. I saw there was a thing where it popped up on my phone. It was like Jennifer Lawrence says it was impossible to work with Jonah Hill, and I'm like, maybe he's a dick in real life or something like that. And then I clicked on the article, and it was like, he's too funny and too clever to work with. And I'm like, oh,
you're like,
great, thanks.
Clickbait, you got me.
You got me again, clickbait. But yeah, I like him now. I think he's funny as fuck. So.
Yeah, that's really good. I recommend it. We watched that on. I was trying to think of what we watched while I was at my in-laws' place. That was one.
Oh, I watched the new season of Letterkenny too. I forgot about
how was it? I have to watch.
I like it. I love Letterkenny.
Yeah, I haven't watched it.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's definitely Canadian and it's definitely Ontario Canadian. So like, if you would appreciate it. Definitely not everybody's going to appreciate it because they're going to be like, this is ridiculous, but it's such like small town Ontario, like sitcom, the show. Very, very cleverly written, like very, very well written. A lot of puns, a lot of like innuendo and stuff like that. But there's like hit and miss episodes for sure. But like, man, that show cracks me up. It just tickles my funny bone. And it's only 6 episodes this season, but it's funny.
Oh, nice.
It's on Crave. I don't know if you have Crave, but
I think we have it in some, like, I don't have it in here in the office where I customize, but we have it in the main room.
So. It might be a great show for you to throw on while you're working and shit, because like it's only like 18 to 20 minute episodes, and it's like 6 to 10 episodes a season. You can get through it.
That's good. You can bang them out real quick. Yeah,
but it's funny. It's ridiculous, but it's funny.
Nice. Yeah, Craig's. I think it was Craig that was really into that too, and he's kind of said I should watch it a few times.
Yeah, it's good. It's really well written.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, so fucking Book of Boba Fett, eh?
Book of Boba Fett, eh?
It was really good.
I really liked it. I thought it was really good.
I don't know if I was just so hard up for Star Wars content that like it made it better than it is, but like I was like so into it. I was like, wow, this is awesome. Like I love this.
It did exactly what I needed it to do, like for a first episode.
100%.
Yeah,
it's always people have always been saying like, how did he get out of the Sarlacc pit? You know, all these little questions that were always kind of left dangling. And I mean, I know there was like answers in like the expanded content, the books and the comics and shit like that. But to see it live action and like finally get that like conclusive, proof of it or whatever in live action form. Like I don't know, I was just hooked on it. I was like, I love this. This is so good.
Yeah, I really liked it. I thought it was awesome. I thought I liked how we wrapped up the Sarlacc pit escape really quick. Like I like that it wasn't like an episode.
No, exactly. That's what I was afraid. It was gonna be like,
Me too.
Here's 25 minutes on him slowly creeping out of this fucking monster's mouth. And I'm like,
but I like that we finally got
scene
to see what that was. Like it's cool that we got to see him in the Sarlacc pit, and it's cool that we got to see spoilers for both.
If you clicked on this and you haven't seen Boba Fett, I don't know what you're doing with your life. I mean, I appreciate it. I like that you came by, but I mean, you know how we roll. We're too stupid to say spoilers before we start talking.
You should put it in the title of the live.
I should, but
you should put it right first thing. Spoilers.
Yeah, I should have, but I didn't.
This is us hashing it out.
This is 52 episodes in. I mean.
That's good.
You think that would have been something we learned on episode 4? You know.
Hey, don't you think we should put? We're good.
We've been doing this for a fucking year and we still haven't learned shit.
We're good at this.
No, I loved it. Like I honestly, seeing more of Tatooine, I thought was awesome.
Yeah, man.
Seeing the Sarlacc pit and like the fucking, you see the stormtrooper like kind of glued to his stomach lining and shit. I'm like, that's awesome.
My friend messaged me and said, "How long do you think that stormtrooper's been in there for?"
Well, because when they're fighting on the craft in Jedi, he knocks off a bunch of fucking stormtroopers into the pit.
Yep.
So I assume that's just one of the dudes that like landed in his stomach that like didn't get out. But
maybe, yeah.
Yeah, no, I love the depth they go into on like the very trivial shit going on Tatooine, but like it's cool to see something that's outside of Skywalker bullshit that like you can really like, oh, there's like the whole crime syndicate going on here, and like there's a power struggle between different groups of people, and like we're seeing like a different angle of Tatooine where like have that whole action scene on the rooftops and stuff. It's just like stuff that we've never seen before, that like you always see it from like the ground up of, Luke or whoever going into the cantina or whatever, but now we're seeing like different angles of it, and I don't know, I love that. I love that aspect of it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I like exactly what you just said. Like I love, like Tatooine's probably my favorite like destination in Star Wars.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm more than happy to spend more time there, and yeah, I think the idea of the story is really cool. I'm curious to see like where they take it. Because like to me, like I don't, as much as Boba Fett's a name, like I don't find him overly imposing. Like
no,
so far anyways. Like even when like it was cool when we got like when they're out walking, when him and Fennec Shand are out walking and they get jumped by that like Star Wars ninja clan. I was like,
yeah,
do we have ninjas in Star Wars now? This is
crazy. I didn't really get that either. I was like, ninjas? Like where did this come from?
But it's cool. Right?
It's super cool because I love their shields too. Like, you think they're just like these fucking, low grade ninjas, but then they have these like fucking power shields. And I'm like, I love the mixture of like ancient kind of like Chinese martial arts or whatever. And then you get like the technological
laser shield.
Like, it's dope.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So it's like, I love that. Like, I love that whole bit. And then chasing them all around, like on top of the like rooftops and stuff. Like I had said to you when we chatted about it the other day, like, man, like hardcore like Aladdin vibes from that whole thing, right? Just like as soon as they got up on the roof, I was like, holy Aladdin, man, this is crazy. It's just like
yeah, we just needed a Boo the monkey.
Yeah, I know. Where was the Boo? Or we could get some porgs.
Yeah, no, I love that part of it. I love seeing more of the sand people or whatever, like fucking roaming around with banthas and shit. Like I was like, this is awesome. Like they're not, I mean, my friend Dan was like, they're not just like totally mindless, like crazy people. And I'm like, they kind of are, but like clearly they have like a structure within their like groupings. Like they have, a dynamic between them of like a power structure, and like they have children, and like, they're protecting their own, and this is how they survive. And like, I don't know.
But it's cool. It's even cool, like, to see what they did in between this and Mandalorian. They basically took a nothing character that most people didn't know about, like, you know what I mean? Or like a casual fan wouldn't probably recognize, into like actually giving it like some like meaning. And it's funny because it's like even with Boba Fett, like I've never been a Boba Fett fan. Like I always thought he looked cool, but I was just like, he doesn't do anything. Like he literally has like such a minimal, I shouldn't say that because I guess he does play a somewhat role in Empire, but like, but he's just like, he's such a minor character, and for him to be like such a fan favorite is like,
it's just because of his armor, man. Like his armor looked so badass that people were like, this guy is cool. It's the same as the fucking in the episode 7 when they showed off fucking what's her face, the chrome fucking stormtrooper chick.
Phasma, I fell for that too.
Yeah. I was like, this is the coolest looking character, and then she did jack shit in those movies, and I was like,
but then the second movie, she got that big needle. It looked like she was just holding a big needle.
Lasted like 3 minutes in that fight.
I know, but still, I liked it.
But I was like, this is a cool looking character. Like, I want to know more about her, and they didn't focus on her at all. It's the same with Boba Fett. Like, they never really focused on him as a character. He was just like this C-tier fucking character that looked cool, and everybody was like, oh man, he's my favorite. And I'm like, he fucking got beat like a chump. He lasted 2 minutes in a fight and then fucking got knocked into a pit. Like,
true. A blind Han Solo bumped into him and it killed him.
Yeah, exactly. Han Solo, who has literally zero skills outside of shooting a gun, fucking wiped him out in a fucking blind knockoff. Like,
you take that back.
But it's still a cool scene because it's like, Boba Fett, where? You know, Chewie's going, and you know, it's just in the best. But yeah, no, I like seeing more of these characters that don't have anything to do with fucking Jedis or Skywalkers or any of that bullshit. Like, this is the kind of stuff I love seeing in the Star Wars universe. And like, my big question coming out of this episode was like, do we get the fucking Mandalorian in this at all? Like, do we get Baby Yoda in this? Like, how does this tie into that show? How does it set up maybe Mandalorian season 3? Like, there's a lot of questions going on. Like, I don't even really know what the plot of this season is going to be from this episode. Like, is it all about him setting up camp on Tatooine and running this crime syndicate? Or is it like, you know, this is just the start of the story of like, this is how he got here. And then, you know, by episode 3, we're off Tatooine and he's doing other shit. Like, I don't know.
I feel like we needed an episode just to at least give us a bit. I mean, I think we both have the same complaint about this, is that it was short. Like,
yeah, it's too short.
Especially because it seemed like all we got was just like, okay, this is where we're at. And
yeah,
it's like,
it was
we spent the
episode.
whole episode there, and then it was done.
Yeah, it was basically like, hey, if you haven't watched anything since Return of the Jedi, here's where we are, basically.
Yeah.
And that's fine. Like, I don't mind that. I liked the episode. I thought the pace was kind of weird how they kept going into flashbacks when he got into his like health tank or whatever the fuck it's called. But
back the tank?
Yeah, back to tank. But it worked for me. Like, I was intrigued the entire time, but I just love Tatooine. Like you said, I think it's just a cool place. It's got a cool, like, I don't know, architecture and everything like that. Like, it looks cool. There's a lot of fucking shit going on in it. Like, even going back into the cantina and seeing the fucking, you know,
Max Rebo and the band.
Yeah, exactly.
They were playing like this kind of the same song.
Kind of the same song, but it had like a different, like, I don't know, tune to it or something. Like, it was
like
weird.
A remix.
It was different.
Remix.
Yeah, remix edition. Yeah. And I just hope we get more like little cameos from things we know from like Jedi or whatever. Like, you know, we were talking privately, like, it would be so cool if fucking Watto showed up. I would lose my mind if Watto showed up. Yeah. But like I said, it would be more likely to show up in Obi-Wan, but like, I think it would be super cool if we saw like shit going on Tatooine. Like, maybe there's like a fucking pod race going on at some point or something. Like, who the fuck knows? But it'd be super cool to just see like all this shit going on in the background, even if it's not like a main part of the storyline. Like, I know a lot of people make fun of the prequels or whatever, and they probably want to stay as far away from it as they can, but just to know like this is still part of the universe and it doesn't have to be like a consequential part of the episode, I think it'd be cool.
Yeah, I feel like you can still reference it without it really being like without really embracing the corniness of something, right? Like
Yeah,
honestly, there's so much good because the thing is like the prequels as movies, like in my opinion, they're okay, but it's like it's what they gave to the rest of the universe. I know you don't really do the cartoons, but like I know a lot of people love Clone Wars. Like I had a hard time getting into Clone Wars, but like Star Wars Rebels is, and I've said this before, is like my favorite Star Wars outside of Empire Strikes Back and maybe Mandalorian. But like, I even like Rebels better than Episode 4 or 6. Like, I love it. Like, it's just so good. And like a lot of that, there was a lot of things from that that stemmed from the prequel trilogy, and like yeah, so like I look at things like Ahsoka, like who's like such a rich character and like has so much they could do with that character. Yeah. So it's like I just ultimately the way I look at it is like everything is just it adds to the overall like I love Star Wars as a whole. So like whatever you put into it, like I am happy with. Even if where it is at that point isn't great, maybe it will become. Maybe they'll do what Marvel does with the movies and like basically make it right somewhere down the line if they kind of fumble, right?
Yeah.
So,
well, it's that classic, like we've been talking about the MCU, as you can make things better in future things and show cool things that make previous things better. And I think Star Wars has done that well at some times and worse at other times, but I think this is a cool opportunity to make a character that didn't have much character development in the movies and then make them really cool again. And obviously, The Mandalorian's been excellent. So to me, it's funny. BC Sasquatch Man says Goro got his ass kicked, and like my friend Dan was like, I don't know what the fuck that Goro thing was, but man, he got his ass beat, and I was like, that's exactly what I thought when I seen it. It was like, what the fuck was this lizard man? But I liked him.
I thought of those like those things they used to put on your finger, and it was like a monster, and it had those like wobbly arms coming out of the side. That's what it reminded me of.
Yeah.
And then I watched another person, and they said the same thing. I was like, oh, I'm glad it wasn't.
Yeah, I mean, I've never seen that thing before, right? Like,
but it's funny because like when the hands came out of the sand, I was like, is this gonna be a fucking Rancor? I thought it was gonna be a Rancor.
That's dope.
Oh, that would have been cool.
But that's what I mean is like, what little things from those movies can come back? Like, are all of like Jabba's people dead?
Probably not.
Like, I think
like
how
the
really
Gamorrean guards work for him now. That was kind of cool too, right?
Right. Like, I love seeing that too, but like, I don't know. Like, does Jabba have like other like leftovers? I don't know, relatives or kids or whatever that like.
I think he has a son that apparently is still alive in canon.
I didn't know if he was alive or dead because I remember seeing like
I believe
he had a
alive.
kid or something, and he had like in what episode 1 at the pod race, he had like a whole family dynamic going on. Like, what happened to all them?
So I think all of the Hutts have been killed in the comic books. I'm pretty sure.
Well, bring them back, man.
I think they could do. So one of the rumors that they're saying that the main villain of this show might be is Prince Caesar or Zizor or Caesar. Remember that game Shadows of the Empire?
Yeah.
The main alien prince guy from the bad guy. They're thinking of making that. Apparently, there's a rumor that he may be the like overarching bad guy of the series. Which would be very cool if they're doing that. Maybe they bring in Dash Rendar. That'd be so sick.
That'd be dope too.
I love Dash Rendar.
I don't know. Like, I just think there's so much opportunity for some cool shit going on and bringing back fan favorites. And like, I think Salacious Crumb is actually dead from the canon that I read, but bring back Salacious Crumb, man. That bird fuck is the best. I love that dude, man. It's like, what's up with him? Give me more of him.
The thing is like there's so many cool things that aren't dead that they could still bring back. Like we saw that, I think they're called, I can't remember what they're called, but Bosk, that lizard guy with the yellow jumpsuit, the bounty hunter.
Yeah.
So like there was like his species when they were all coming through to like pay tribute to Boba and Fennec or whatever. So like he showed up. So it makes me wonder if Bosk will show up. And then, like, I also wonder, there was like kind of this. Do you remember from the Empire Strikes Back movie, the bounty hunter scene? And there's like the bounty hunter who's like kind of chunkier, and he has like the like looks like toilet paper kind of like wrapped around.
Yeah.
So that's Dengar. So there's like a bounty hunter that's like in the background of the prequel or the sequel trilogy, like the newer ones. And there's like a rumor going around that that is Dengar in his like new look, and it's like he's like more of an android now than a human or something. So it's like I would wonder if like that maybe would come in, because I know like Dengar and Boba Fett have a lot of history as well. So
yeah, well, I mean they clearly set up the
Sasquatch has all the answers here. Trandoshan is Bosk's race, and Dengar is the person I was talking about.
They brought up the whole mayor thing, right? So, like, clearly the mayor is going to play a role,
yes,
at some point in the next few episodes. So, I mean, who that is probably part of the surprise, and probably why he had one of his, beats come in and not Delicates. Him. It's going to be a reveal, but
yeah,
I love fucking the show, man. Like, I'm so into it. I wish the episode would have been an hour long, but
me too.
Yeah, just give me more of that. I guess we get 6 more episodes, so I'm in.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. I can get down on that. Yeah, I quite liked it. I thought it was a lot of fun, and like I said, I like to spend more time in Tatooine, and all the familiar. They can drop as many little familiar faces and things in there as they want, because like I love it all. Like it's just all the little things. Another cool little Easter egg I noticed was when they watch those like thieves like break into that house and like beat up that guy and steal or whatever from him at the end, when they like spray paint on the walls like their little insignia or whatever, they're using like a spray gun similar to like what Sabine from Rebels uses to like do all her painting on her ship and her helmet. And
nice,
pretty cool. I was like, oh, that's fucking sweet.
We don't have any dates for like Mandalorian or Obi-Wan or anything like that, right?
No. And I think Ahsoka's coming soon too, right?
Yeah, Ahsoka's supposed to come this year too, I think.
Yeah.
So, like, we could be getting 4 shows of Star Wars in 2022. Like,
what's
3
the
more?
4th one? So Ahsoka, Obi-Wan, and Mando.
Mandalorian 3.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Like, that'd be wild.
That would be wild. The thing is like, if they do that and constantly put that out, like they could charge more for Disney Plus. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, oh yeah.
Like if you literally didn't have a week where you didn't have a new episode of something, people would pay more for Disney Plus.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like at this point, if they just rotated like a Marvel show and a Star Wars show all year long, I'd pay whatever they wanted to ask for.
Same here.
Disney Plus.
Same here.
Like, if we're gonna get this high quality of shows and this high of budgets, where they're basically movie budgets in a show form, like, if they ask me, they're like, "Hey, you want to pay $50 a month, and we'll give you a new show every month?" I'll be like, "Yeah, I'm in." Like,
I would say I don't want to, but I will.
No, I don't want to either. I want to pay $1, but like they could basically charge me whatever they needed to charge me, and I'm pretty much not going to say no, because I'm so tied into Star Wars. I think this is the best Star Wars content we've gotten since Jedi. Like, in my opinion, Rogue One I really, really like. But
me too. I like Rogue One too.
Like Mandalorian 1 and 2, and this, obviously we're only 1 episode in, but like this is my favorite Star Wars shit since Jedi. So
yeah, same here.
So
BC Sasquatch Man says parkour ninjas. We already talked about our Star Wars ninjas and how we have never had them until now. Fun.
It's real cool, man. I don't know. I really dig everything they're doing, and just keep it going. Like, give me more content, more shit every week. Like, that's my biggest complaint about Disney Plus, is there's just a long gap of time generally that I don't watch anything on it, because outside of Star Wars and Marvel, like, I'm not going back and watching old Disney movies. It's just not my thing. So
yeah. Well, to me, there's enough, like, between Star and then like the back catalog of Marvel and Star Wars, that's enough for me to be like, that's enough. And like, I like Toy Story a lot too, right? So
yeah, I still haven't watched Toy Story 4, but I just don't want to cry. So
Yeah, it's pretty sad.
Yeah. Like, I have to be in the right mood for animated shit. And I mean, maybe when my nephew's old enough to appreciate movies, I'll dive into a bunch of shit with him, but he's too young still. He's only 1.5, so.
I think Toy Story 3 is still the ending of Toy Story 3 is still sadder than Toy Story 4.
Bawled my eyes out during Toy Story 3.
I full on ugly cried.
Yeah, same. I was in the theater and felt fucking ashamed of myself.
Like, dude, it's the craziest. I was like, yeah, can't even talk about that one. But Toy Story 4 is pretty sad too, but not as sad as 3.
But even I watched that movie Soul on Disney Plus. I don't know if you've seen it.
No, I haven't.
Fucking bawled my eyes out.
I'll save it for when
it's so sad, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not good with Disney movies anymore. Like, I'm just like, oh, this is depressing. I want something funny or laughter or whatever. I don't even really like animated stuff. And then I'm like, this is depressing as shit.
I guess that's a good point, because you don't like animated stuff. It kind of takes the fun out of the Disney, because like their best stuff is their animated stuff, really. Yeah,
I actually really want to rewatch the X-Men animated show from the 90s that they're going to continue, like whatever in 2023 or whatever the fuck it is. I watched that entire series like once through, I don't know, in my teens probably, but I'd like to rewatch it now and like get prepped for season 6 or whatever. But yeah, I don't know, maybe one day, slowly.
Maybe when we have a couple down weeks, we can fit like a season or 2 in or something like that, and we can talk about it. I'd rewatch that if I had a good purpose to. Like, I've had times where I put it on in the background, but I just don't really pay that close attention.
Yeah, same. I mean, I rewatched the first 2 episodes of Spider-Man, the animated series from the 90s, after seeing No Way Home.
Yep.
That theme song is the best theme song probably ever written for a show. And yeah, I'm just like, I don't know, it's nostalgic as fuck for me, but same with the X-Men one. The X-Men theme song is like fucking
it's the best.
Killer. Yeah. Yeah.
You probably should make a copyright.
Yeah, yeah. Big X-Men, Mr. X-Men will come after you.
Yes, that's right. Mr. Men.
Yeah, Mr. X-Man. But yeah, no, I love Boba Fett, and I really hope because isn't it supposed to surprise us? Isn't that why they said something along the lines of nobody's seen past episode 2? Because it has some like huge reveal or something in it.
Yeah, apparently. So we'll see.
Yeah, so
we'll see. I mean, the thing is like I don't even really I never liked Boba Fett until like modern Star Wars. Like, since Mandalorian, like, to me, Mandalorian made Boba Fett cool.
But like I said, we've never gotten context for these characters outside of like the extended universe bullshit of like the books and comics and all that stuff. Like, in the actual movies, if you've only watched the movies, you've gotten zero context for any of these characters.
Yeah, true.
You just, as a kid, you saw him and you're like, oh, he's got cool armor and whatever, or cool shit. And then you bought the action figure and you're like, oh, look how awesome he is. And you built storylines out in your head, and that's why he was cool.
Yeah.
Like, I would love like a awesome Boba Fett game, like for PlayStation or something. Like, I would play that shit out of that.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like he's an easy to market character, that's for sure. So
yeah. But that's all Star Wars, man. It's all to sell toys. I mean, they're all super marketable, they all got fucking Jesus Christ.
PC Sasquatch fan says Boba Fett can fuck my sister.
Yeah, I mean,
no disintegration.
That'd be a cool brother-in-law.
Hell yeah. Be a good person to know, that's for sure.
But yeah, anyway, it was really good. I'm excited to see where it goes, and I can't wait to talk about it in the coming weeks.
Yeah, great first episode. Great start. Again, too short, but
yeah, it was like 30 minutes.
But yeah, I'm excited to see where we go, because yeah, I want to see some familiar faces. I hope we see more. I'd love to see a few. There's a couple other, like, I'd love to see like Hondo from Rebels in a live action form. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
It seems like we're getting a bunch of like cartoon characters in real life form.
Well, it seems like they want to set up the Ahsoka show or whatever too, right? So I would assume
Ahsoka
that
show is turning out to be like a Rebels reunion. It's like Sabine and Ezra, I believe, both have been cast.
Yeah, but wouldn't you not be surprised if the character showed up in like this or something somewhere, or like just to set up the next show? Like
maybe.
I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me.
I wouldn't be against it. That's for sure.
Yeah, I love fucking what's her face too. Like his like second in command there.
Oh, Fennec Shand?
Yeah, Fennec.
Yeah, she's a badass, man.
Yeah, man. Like Ming-Na Wen was awesome in she was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., right?
Maybe.
Pretty sure. Pretty sure. I'm pretty sure she's in that first season. That's where I know her from. But
okay. Well, yeah, it's she's great, man. She's awesome. She's a good.
Yeah, she's in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Is she? Yeah, she's a good. I don't know what we call a sidekick, or not really a sidekick. It's more like a arms. I don't even know.
Yeah,
bodyguard maybe.
Yeah, I don't know, but she's badass as fuck.
Yeah, man, she's sick. She's awesome. She was awesome in Clone Wars, and she was awesome in Bad Batch too. So,
yeah,
or Bad Batch and Mandalorian. Sorry.
Yeah, she was in the entire run of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So
cool. Pig guards are rad too, says BC Sasquatch Man. Yeah, they're awesome. They're lots of fun.
Yeah, I love that they helped out when they were getting attacked and shit. Because I was like, these totally could be like fucking backstabbing, like stupid characters or whatever. Like they're totally
especially
loyal.
Because Fennec says when he takes them on, he says this is a bad idea or whatever.
Right.
I feel like she's gonna be right. I feel like she's probably gonna be right a lot of the time. Probably just listen to her.
I don't know, but it's cool that they're back.
Yeah.
Give me all the characters back in.
I agree.
Give me a new Rancor. That'd be great too.
They brought in a Rancor in the Bad Batch. And everyone was wondering if that character, it was like a baby Rancor. And everyone was kind of like assuming that that is what eventually became the Return of the Jedi Rancor.
Yeah.
But
that's dope.
Yeah. That'd be cool to see another Rancor. That's why I said at the end when the big monster comes out, I was like, oh my God, is that a Rancor? As soon as the hands came out, I was like, oh, if they're doing Rancor, all these Star Wars Black Series fans are going to be pissed. Because the Black Series just lost their, not just, it happened a few weeks back, but they lost their crowdfunding campaign for the Rancor.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think they kind of like phoned it in, and like the Star Wars fans were like, Well, didn't get back first. It's the second, the first Star Wars HasLab that didn't get backed. Which is crazy.
Hey, man, you guys keep the quality up or fans are going to fucking not bite on it, man.
Yeah. People spoke with their mouths, so it was with their wallet.
Yeah, you guys stick with your wallet.
It's good.
It's the only way these corporations understand shit is if you don't give them money. So.
Yep. They were saying no Ula, no Mula. You know, Ula, the dancing girl with the net? Everyone wanted that. It was only 455 short. But it's crazy because, like, the Mandalorian ship, the Razor Crest or whatever, the year before, it sold out in, like, it didn't sell out. I mean, like, it hit its target in, like, not even 2 days, I don't think. And it had, like,
you know what? Why is this up to the fans to pay for fucking things like this? Like,
this kind of thing I get, though, because they're massive. You can't, the thing is it's, you would pay for it at a store anyways. The difference here is that, like, no store would give up the space. You have to understand, like, even that Sentinel, right? Like, that Sentinel.
Why are we worried about store space anymore? I'm sorry. I haven't gone into a store to buy something in, like, 3 years.
Well, the problem for them is they don't want to have.
Space.
I think it depends on what you're doing, but in the case of the Sentinel, that's like a $500 figure. So, like, you know, they don't want to put all
Disney
that
has $6 quadrillion. They can pay for it.
Hasbro's not Disney, though. That's the difference.
Then Disney needs to give Hasbro more money. Like, that's not my concern. Hasbro's finances are not my concern. Disney can fucking fund this shit.
I think it's great.
I don't need to give them more money.
I mean, like I said, I would have been paying for it in the store anyway, so, oh shit. My camera's drunk, apparently.
It's alright.
Oh.
To me, like, look, Disney just made $1 billion fucking from Spider-Man. They can fund some toys. That's it. That's all I'm saying. There you go, buddy. Just don't ever move. Don't move again. Yeah. Anything else, buddy? Are we good? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have anything else to say. I liked it a lot, and I'm excited to watch it again next week. And dogs are made of dog meat.
That's true. That's a fair point.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, same. I liked it a lot. I'm excited to see where it goes. I hope by the end of this series we get some hints at what's to come in the future, some dates for new shows. Hopefully sooner rather than later, especially with the COVID outbreak going on. I think they got to push shows forward more than delaying them. I think put the shows on and then maybe delay the movies to later on in the year.
Yeah.
So I would assume by the end of this we have a date for the next Marvel show at least, but who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, this carries us into at least February, so that will be the next 6 episodes of the podcast at least.
Yep.
And then we'll go from there.
And then it's X-Men the Animated Series.
Well, if we have space in between, then sure, we can do a pod on X-Men or whatever,
Finnegan does not approve.
No, I gave him a toy. Now he's bored of his toys, so it's okay. We're ending right now anyway. So
we're good.
Yeah. Anyways, thanks everybody for watching. I want to wish everybody a happy new year. My dog wants to wish you a happy new year. And yeah, we're going to be at the 1 year anniversary, I guess, kind of next week, right?
Kind of next week.
Well, I don't know what day we actually started on. I got to look it up when the first episode was, but yeah,
crazy.
It's been a quick year. It's crazy.
Yeah, man, sure has been.
But yeah, you can follow me at Moose Milk Media. You can follow Matt at Customs by Matthew. Obviously, the podcast is also available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and YouTube. I wish all you a happy new year and stay safe, stay home if you can, and yeah, tune in next week. We'll be back on Fridays next week. So
Friday.
Bye, buddy.
Peace, man. Happy New Year.
Same to you, buddy.